Alright, what is going on, guys? It is Benny, and today I'm going to be showing you guys the best mortar decks for every single hero. Now, I know a lot of you guys got the hero giant, and I know that is very depressing, but do not worry, I will have a deck for you guys as well. And one thing that I want to point out right at the start here is every single deck I show you guys, I'm going to be using one hero. Now, most of these decks you actually can use two heroes in, but to make it very easy for you guys to make your choice, you know, so that in case you have one hero, you can make the decision, okay, that is definitely the best deck for specifically Hero Musketeer, as you guys can see in this one. So I'm using one hero for every single deck. Now, I honestly suspect that we might be up against a mortar deck here, so we do have to kind of be aware of that and keep in mind about chip damage. But you know, we are going to be using Mortarbait for the very first hero, and I love Hero Musketeer in this deck, guys. It is honestly so good. It adds another layer of defense, which is very nice. Let's go ahead, let's bar barrel here on that skeleton barrel, and we are going to defend all of that. And then this guy does have two heroes, so we definitely have our work cut out for us, but I think that we can very easily get the win here. Let's go ahead, let's play our knight to kite here, and then we have the minions there to take out his mortar. Minions are a great counter to mortar, like 90% of the time. They are awesome. They are one of the best counters that you can actually use against mortar. And then let's go ahead, let's play the musketeer up high here. His mortar will target our musketeer, but that's okay because we won't take any tower damage, and we will defend there on that right side. And another thing I want to point out, guys, because you know we have so many important things to talk about here, but I don't know if you guys can tell, but this video is in a little bit higher quality. That is right, I got a new phone. I was tired of giving you guys videos with the old look of Clash Royale here, so I hope that you guys like it. And if you don't like it, let me know down in the comments, and you know, I'll be a little bit heartbroken. Honestly, that would be pretty sad if you guys didn't like it, but I can switch back to my old phone if you guys do prefer. I would do anything for you guys because I love you guys so much. Now, we're going to defend all of that pretty well. We're doing good, and Mortarbait honestly goes well with any of the heroes. That's something that I think is really important to note. Especially classic Mortarbait, you know, the Mortarbait with Goblin Gang and Spear Goblins that you guys are used to. If you have the heroes, you guys can easily use that one. I'm just seeing this one dominate the meta a tiny bit more. It's very similar to Mortarbait, but a tiny bit different. And one thing as well that I think you guys really need to pay attention to is how you use your heroes' abilities, okay? So do not overuse them because it's a lot of elixir, you know? If you mess up your hero ability, for example, right here, if I were to use my Musketeer turret at a bad time, I would really be in trouble because that would use a ton of elixir, and I'm not cycling a card when I do that. So it's very important that you guys are using your abilities at the right time. Now I've got the skeleton barrel there, and I've got the musketeer down here as well to help us defend. He's going to bar barrel. This is an okay time to pop that turret down because it's going to help melt everything. Obviously, if he goes for a fireball, it will kind of help take stuff out, but we did take a lot of his stuff out there. There's the fireball, so now I'm going to play my minions there, and then let's just get some skeletons down here to help us cycle, and then I'm actually going to go ahead and play another mortar here. Let's get a skeleton barrel in here as well, and then we are going to kind of shred through a lot of that. We definitely bar barreled a little bit too early, but I was hoping to get another mortar shot, so when it's all said and done, we are okay there. And now I'm going to kind of chill out a little bit just because, you know, we used a lot of elixir there. We definitely put the pressure on him, but now it's time to kind of hold off, and then I'll fireball that because that will get taken out, and he's going to go for the hero knight. Let's go ahead, let's get our musketeer down right here, and then let's kite that knight using the skeletons. Let's pop a turret down here just to be extra safe, honestly, and then I'm actually going to go ahead and bar barrel right there onto the mortar to make sure that it gets taken out. Maybe not the greatest time for me to play the turret, truthfully, but that's okay. I'm not super worried about him getting one shot on that right side there. We have such a big damage lead that damage really isn't going to be that significant. And then we'll play the Evo skeleton barrel right here. Let's go ahead, let's get a fireball down onto that musketeer, and then he's going to use the turret there to pull that skeleton barrel, but that's okay. Let's go ahead, let's play the mortar here just to pull that skeleton barrel, make sure it doesn't get on our tower, make sure that nothing crazy happens, and then I can honestly just bar barrel, and then I'll play the musketeer here on the right side there just to kind of help take out those minions, and that way as well we have a nice little counter push. So we'll play the skeleton barrel there. We've got all of that going in. Let's just play the skeletons right here. We can fireball again because that's going to be good musketeer damage, and we'll take that out, and then we just need one more fireball to get the win. So let's get a defensive mortar down. He's going to go ahead and play the hero knight, which is a very good play, and we can go ahead and play our knight right here, and then I'm just going to hold off on playing anything so that we definitely don't make a mistake with that skeleton barrel. We'll take that out, and then we can fireball the tower, and that's going to be a win. So let's give him a good game, and let's give him a good luck. I don't know why this guy is BMing us because he low-key just got slammed, but that's okay. Alright guys, we're on to the next matchup here, and we are going to be playing Mortar Graveyard. And honestly, you know, Hero Knight goes well into pretty much any deck. I want to say that very quickly. However, I would say that it fits best if you're going specifically for Hero Knight into a deck. That's crazy that Ram Rider just broke through, but if you're looking for the best possible deck, 100% Mortar Graveyard mixes so well with the Hero Knight. Now I'm actually going to pop a Graveyard here. Usually I would be a little bit more passive, but he used a lot of Elixir there, so I'm happy with going for that Graveyard. We can go ahead and get the Snowball down as well, and we're going to get some great damage there. And that is the beauty of Mortar Graveyard, is all it takes is one really good push to really kind of get that damage that you need. And then once you get that damage off of that one trick type of play, you're good for the rest of the match. So it's kind of crazy. And honestly, the Hero Knight just lets the Graveyard get so much value, so I love to use it. It's also amazing defensively, so you know, it kind of just really helps this deck overall. Now I'm going to play the Mortar there because I want to play this deck like a Mortar deck first. That's the most important thing that you can do. And he's got a decent amount of cards on the table here. Ooh, okay, let's play the cannon card here. The Royal Ghost will get pulled by the guards, thankfully, which is actually really good because I'm a little bit worried about taking damage here. It's a kind of difficult to play 2 lanes against this guy, to be honest, because his deck is very spammy and my deck is very, you know, 1 lane oriented, but that's okay. He's going to zap. That was really well played there, and then I'm going to go ahead and play the Graveyard here. I'm hoping the Graveyard tanks for the Knight. Doesn't look like it will, and then we can pull all of those cards away from the tower so that the Graveyard can spawn onto the tower and take it all out. And that is going to be tower down right there, which is beautiful. That just really goes to show how incredible this deck is using the Hero Knight. But we do have to play some pretty good defense. He has some good damage on our towers. He's going to go in there. Let's go ahead. Let's hold off a second, and then we'll snowball. Stop that Ram Rider from dashing right away. I think he will get the dash on the tower still, but I'm going to just eat that damage there. I think that it's okay if we do that since we have such a good lead with 1 tower being down. And then let's go ahead. Let's play the Mortar right here. We're going to do that offensively, and then we're just going to kind of chill out for a second. He's going to go for the Mega Knight. No big deal there. I'm going to go ahead and play the Cannon card here so that we can kind of take everything down, take out that Mega Knight, and it's going to be okay. Then we can get the guards down right here. Let's go ahead. Let's get a Musketeer down as well. And then honestly, I'm just going to pull all of this backwards so that we don't have to worry too much. Mega Knight will get onto the Cannon card there, but that's okay. We will defend all of that really easily. And then his Inferno Dragon goes down, and that defense is just so incredibly strong. And then let's go ahead. Let's play the Graveyard on the tower there to tank. He's going to play the Mega Knight. Then I'm actually going to go for a Cannon cart right here in the pocket there, just because I feel like that's going to put some good pressure on this guy, and we're going to get some good damage down onto that Mega Knight. And I'm actually going to play my arrows as well just to deal with those guards so we don't have to worry too much about them. And then we are locked onto the tower there, and that is going to be a nice win for us. So let's give him a good game. Let's give him a good luck. Definitely my favorite deck out of all of them in this video. Alright, you guys, for the next deck, we are going to be using the Hero Mini Pekka, and this guy is giving us the Mortar lock right off the start, which is a little bit crazy. Now, with the Hero Mini Pekka, honestly, you can swap it into a lot of the bait type of decks. So that's kind of something that I think is very important to know, and is important to note because, you know, the Mini Pekka goes so well into so many decks, and you can kind of swap out cards like Knight and stuff into decks, so that just makes it an ideal candidate for Mortar. Now, you can also use it in more beatdown type of decks if you want. With Mortar, you know, you could use Mortar Giant or something like that if you really wanted to. This guy's going to pop a good game right off the start here while he's playing Expo, and I don't know if that's because he thinks I'm cooked or if he thinks he's cooked. I really don't know. Let's go ahead and let's cycle our Skeleton Barrel here though, and then we can kind of figure things out as we go. Honestly, I feel like there's a lot of really fun decks that you can use with the Heroic Mini Pekka, but I wanted to use what I felt like was actually the best deck. So, you know, there isn't a ton of diversity in what you guys are seeing, but that's just because, you know, I'm trying to give you guys the best chance of success. But realistically, there are some really fun decks that you can use with the Heroic Mini Pekka, and I know a lot of people have it because of the Battle Pass, which is very nice. Now, let's go ahead and let's play the Mini Pekka in the back here. Let's get those pancakes charged up a little bit. He's going to play the Expo there. Ooh, that was a really nice kite there, or log, sorry. That was very well played. Let's give him a well played there. We've got the Musketeer on the tower though, so I'm really not that worried about it. And then the Mini Pekka is going to get onto his King Tower. Let's just pop it up here. I don't know why this guy's saying thanks there, unless he's saying thank you for the well played that we gave him. I'm going to cycle my log here. This guy is crazy, man. We really weren't paying that much attention because you know, he was popping the good game, and I thought he was cooked, but I guess this guy is in the mood to play here. So let's give him a bit of a butt whooping here. Let's show him who's boss. So I'm gonna play the Skeleton Barrel there just to cycle, and then let's wait and see if he plays the Tesla. There's the Tesla right there, and then we can literally just play our Mortar right here, and that's going to give us a nice little push there. And then he's going to play the Evo Skeletons. Let's just go ahead and let's play our Musketeer on this side here. Let's get the Mini Pekka down right here as well, and then let's go ahead, let's pop that Mini Pekka ability. Let's just get it a little bit higher up, and we are going to shred that Expo, and then we can get a Mortar or a Goblin Gang right there. Sorry. So let's go aggressive here on this left side here. and then let's give him a thanks as well, and then let's go ahead, let's actually play our mortar on this side. Let's give him another thanks as well, because this guy was talking all that smack there. And then I think we will be locked onto the tower, so we are going to get some nice mortar damage here. Let's keep this mortar alive as well with the spear goblins just in case, and then you might go for the Tesla, so let's get the goblin gang down. And then let's go ahead and let's play the musketeer right here. Let's go ahead, let's log on that Tesla just to get some damage down on it and keep that mortar alive. And then I think we have to use our really good emote here to let him know that he just got smoked, and we're not going to give him a good game there because he was being pretty toxic there. Alright guys, and for our last deck we have the Hero Giant. Finally, the dreaded Hero Giant that some people got. I am so sorry if you got it, but it is okay because we are going to make the best of it, and don't worry about it at all. Now, if you guys have Heroic Mini Pekka in this deck, or if you have Heroic Mini Pekka as well as you have Hero Giant, then I would honestly recommend, if I was you guys, I would probably play Mini Pekka, and with the Heroic Mini Pekka that is, instead of Skeleton King in this deck. Now, if you don't, then Skeleton King is an awesome substitute, but if you do, I would go ahead and do that. The reason why I'm playing Skeleton King though is, again, because we're doing one in every single matchup. That is crazy that this guy is running Lava Hound, so I'm just going to go ahead and play my Heroic Giant there, and then let's go ahead, let's move that Valkyrie to the other side, let's yeet it away from everything, and then we should take that tower there on the right side. That's crazy. Oh my gosh, is Hero Giant the meta right now? I actually don't know. That is kind of crazy. I did not expect us to be able to take that tower. However, we're gonna have to figure out a way to defend here. I'm hoping that my tower can take that Valkyrie out, and then what do I want to do here? Let's go for the cannon card in the pocket here. It's kind of risky, but I just feel like I need to do something. And then I'm going to play the bats there, and that's good that he played guards actually. I'm going to hold off on using my arrows for a second, and then I'm going to use my arrows now, and that's going to be really good value. And then the baby dragon will get on my tower, but just we have so much damage, and obviously we have a tower down that I don't actually think I need to worry too much about, you know, taking a ton of damage on my tower here. The worst case scenario would be this guy playing, you know, like his balloon or something, and me not having elixir to defend it. So I'm glad that we kind of took our time there. Now let's go ahead and what do I want to do? Let's play the mortar here. Let's see if we can bait out that Valkyrie, and then what I might do is I might go for the Skarmy behind the Hero Giant. That being said, let's go ahead, let's play the Hero Giant right here, and then let's play the Skarmy right behind it, and then let's get the bats down right here, and that Skarmy is going to be a little bit slower, and then we'll kind of build up a push onto this guy's tower, and then we can go ahead and we can play the Skeleton King here as well. And then let's go ahead, let's play the Evil Mortar right here to pull, and then the Skarmy is going to absolutely go to work there and give us a ton of value, and then we can go ahead and we can play our arrows there, and we got so much damage on that opposite lane tower, and that is amazing. That is what I love about the Hero Giant. And then what do I want to do? Let's go ahead, let's get another giant here in the pocket. I don't actually know what happens if we pop the Hero Giant ability in the pocket, so we'll kind of figure that out. Let's just get a Skarmy down right here, and then let's go ahead and let's get our Ice Wizard on this side. It's going to be very difficult for him to take both towers. I think we can just play the mortar there to pull, and I think we're going to get the 3 crown. Oh my gosh, that is incredible. Thank you so much for watching, guys. I really appreciate it. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I cannot wait to see you guys in the next one.